You are extremely ambitious in life. You want to achieve something big, something extraordinary, but when it comes to taking real action, you suddenly feel stuck. You don't feel like working, and it always feels like you are just one step away from your dreams. You can clearly see the big car, the big house, and millions of rupees in your mind. Yet, year after year, you get tired of making resolutions, and at the end of every year, nothing actually changes. And I know this feeling, because when I was 17 years old, I was in the exact same situation, holding my 12th grade report card with 50% written on it, dreaming big, feeling like I could conquer the world. But when it was time to study or execute, I simply couldn't. And I hope that through my journey, you'll learn something valuable today, because some time ago on my other channel, Financially Free, I was doing a podcast with Aman, an IIT Bombay graduate with an All India rank around 30, who later built an AI company, sold it for over 50 crore rupees, and became financially free at a very young age. And during that podcast, I asked him whether he believed in the 90-hour workweek concept, to which he replied that he believes in hard work, but not in letting work consume life completely. And in that moment, I felt that he had forgotten his early journey. So I asked him whether he followed the same philosophy during his first startup. And he admitted that back then things were different because he had something to prove. And that is the exact point. Because if you haven't achieved anything yet, you don't get to talk about work-life balance. And when I reflected on my own journey, I realized that when I had 50% in 12th grade, I followed a simple algorithm. Waking up early, making a task list, prioritizing tasks based on life impact, and executing them relentlessly until exhaustion. And when I followed this process consistently for 2 to 3 years, the results were massive. From cracking multiple government jobs to resolving a decades-old property dispute and building a bootstrapped audiobook startup with millions of downloads. And while I don't work that hard today, if you were sitting in front of me as a younger brother, sister, or even my own child, I would still recommend one thing. Go extremely hard on your priority one. And if you want faster results, then track your daily actions, try new things, measure improvement, and work in focused 3-month sprints. Because success rarely comes from a single hack or silver bullet. Just like the Calm app didn't grow because of meditation itself, but because users were reminded consistently, proving that small improvements compound over time. And while the 80 to 20 principle is real, most people waste 80% of their time researching instead of executing, when in reality execution should take up at least 80% of your effort. And for many people, negative motivation works better than positive thinking. Because just like Shah Rukh Khan once said, he worked hard because he didn't want to be poor. And when I had that 50% report card, I knew no one was coming to save me. So I worked to escape a life I didn't want. And even if you believe you are slow, forgetful, or less talented than others, quitting makes your speed zero, while consistent movement, no matter how slow, guarantees progress. Because the real fear shouldn't be failure, but stopping completely. And this is why consistency transforms people over time. Just like average-looking individuals who stay disciplined eventually outperform those who rely only on talent. And finally, when setting goals, you must control either time or task, not both, because unrealistic deadlines create stress and mental shutdown. So be ambitious but realistic. Build momentum first, balance later. And if this message helped you, then make sure you subscribe and stay connected, because we'll meet again very soon.